Hello and welcome. My name is Markus. I'm the founder of the Wawazen Waterfall School and of 10 Delight Waterfall Systems. In this video, I want to show you how you can save a lot of time and trouble by using our 10 Delight Overflow channel system, because there are three big problems which you will face if you're not using a proper system. The biggest problem, the most customers have, is the water distribution. So if you use a system which doesn't work, you will face this problem. I call it the V effect. It means the water will not cover the plate. It will shape itself to a V, and this brings two big disadvantages. Number one, it doesn't look good because you want to have a complete water film. Number two, this water stream down here gets pretty loud and it creates a lot of splashes. So what you want to have is a complete distribution on your, for example, glass plate. So that's the first problem, water distribution. But the bigger problem is safety, because if your system, let's say if you manage to get the water distributed, but the water does go away, which you don't want to have it, you're going to get water damages. And this is so important that you take care to avoid water damages, because if you have a bad welding, for example, let me show you this. I've recently visited a customer and I helped him fix his problem, because the people who delivered in the waterfall to him, they did pretty bad welding. So water exited the system and went other ways. Luckily, it was not a big damage, but you know, if this wouldn't have been visible, it could have become a big problem, because, you know, steady drops can create pretty ugly water damages. So that's the second problem you might face when you use a system that is not safe and not tested and proven. And the third problem, if you try to get an water distribution system, I had a business partner, and he told me he will try to have this overflow channel produced somewhere else a little bit cheaper. And now this is what he got. So what you can see here, for example, this is not a 90-degree angle, it's a little bit bigger, which means the water might get starting free falling because it gets no contact to the slab below it. Then this is this. Then it was not straight in a number of angles, which means if it's not straight, you will have gaps between the lip and the overflow channel. And what's even worse, if it's not straight here in the long ledge, then also the water will not be distributed complete evenly. You will have dry areas in the waterfall. So this is why I highly recommend to use our system, because number one, we really guarantee that it's completely straight. Number two, I'm doing the leak testing myself. I call it's the blue paper method. So what you can see here is I literally put these overflow channels, I fill them with water, and then I go with blue paper down here, and I'm checking if these weldings are waterproof. So I can sleep tight, and you can also sleep tight when you install one of our overflow channels. So this is about the problems you can avoid if you use our system. And then there is something else which is pretty nice, because it will save you a lot of time and make your installation so much more easy, because you are getting these brackets too. So you have this bracket, then you get this bracket, and you get this bracket. And I will show you why these are so super handy. Because number one, if you want to put the overflow channel at the wall, fix it to a wall at the back, then you can use these brackets here. And as you can see here, then you put a PVC subdistribution, which by the way is also included in the delivery, so that the water gets evenly distributed within the overflow channel and then can cross the lip evenly and cover your slab evenly. So this is if you wanna, so actually this is like an evolution what I'm showing you. So in the past we have mounted it to the back, but if you mount it to the back, you cannot adjust the level super fine because it's really like half a millimeter or a tenth of a millimeter what you need to adjust to really get the overflow channel leveled so that the water is running down evenly. You don't want to have more waves on the left side or on the other side. So it really needs to be 100% straight. So you can mount it by using these brackets. But what makes it even easier to level the whole thing is you can use these triangle brackets here at the side. And this will allow you to level the overflow channel even more precise. And if you have space above your overflow channel, then you can mount these triangles the other way around, which makes it even more easy to really adjust it by half a rotation of your nut in order to get the perfect level for your overflow channel to distribute the water evenly on your glass plate or stone plate. And now comes also a super handy thing, because if you want to have a very, very long indoor waterfall, which is like 4 or 5 meters, then you cannot produce an overflow channel which is straight over that whole distance. So what you can do then is you just connect overflow channels together, and you can make like infinite lengths of indoor waterfalls. And these overflow channels in our system, they are prepared for that. So you can use these brackets here, fix them here, and of course we're also delivering stainless steel bolts and nuts and washers, and then you can fix them together, and you won't see that this is actually a jointed overflow channel, because the waves, they will just look as all the other waves all around your indoor waterfall. And then actually the best thing, or let's say what many customers want to have, is like a room divider indoor waterfall. Then you need to fix your indoor waterfall to the ceiling, and you can do this very nicely by using these brackets here. And then I recommend to use C profiles at the ceiling so that you can move it. Also, these C profiles will help you fix the whole thing to the ceiling, because if you have a concrete ceiling, your drilling, sometimes you can't drill the place you want to drill, but if you have a C profile, you just can drill at another place and still have the C profile in that place you want to have it. And if you really want to be super flexible, what you also can do is to put another C profile here, 90 degrees to the one above, so that you're also flexible in this X. So yeah, I hope this helps to understand our system. And if you need some support, please contact me. You can have a 30-minute free consultation where I can give you some advice on your projects. You go to planning and consulting and just purchase the free planning, and then I will be glad to help you. So thank you for watching.